Coming up, my 2 cents. Well, welcome back to the Comconocave. I'm your host, the Comconoclast. Now, John and Ken show, they have what they call the Wednesday rant. Well, I'm going to start something new. I'm going to call my 2 cents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a subject matter. I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Now, a couple of months ago, I gave a list while doing a segment for the John and Ken show on all the big movies that were going to be coming out in 2015. Now, somebody pointed out that I left out Mockingjay Part 2, which is the final movie in the Hunger Games. Well, it's not a trilogy, it's a quadrilogy, I guess. The reason why I didn't mention it was because I want to see how the new director and the new writer are going to do with Catching Fire that's coming out later this year. I loved the Hunger Games, and the director and the co-writer of The Hunger Games was Gary Ross. He did an amazing job. He was able to take the book and essentially convert it into the movie, almost verbatim. Now, he had to add a couple things and take a few characters out just to, be able to condense everything. But he did an amazing job. Now, with Catching Fire, we've got a new director. His name's Francis Lawrence. He did I Am Legend and Constantine. The writers for the show are Simon Beaufoy and Michael Arden. Now, I'm not saying that they can't do a good job, but I'm not sure how they're going to be able to translate Catching Fire into a major motion picture. So I didn't want to get my hopes up. Now, to support my theory that a director and a writer can make or break a movie, I'm going to go to Bryan Singer. Now, Bryan Singer did a great job with The Usual Suspects, and he can do a great mystery movie. But when it comes to comic book movies, I think he's horrible. He did X-Men 2. He did Superman Returns, for God's sakes. I mean, it just really irritates me watching him take great ideas and turn it into crappy movies. Now, they did like a 180, and they gave Matthew Vaughn the helm for X-Men First Class, and I thought that was a fantastic movie. They did a really good job of trying to reboot that franchise. So, what do? They've got money coming back in off of that. They give it back to the guy that tanked it. Bryan Singer is going to be doing X-Men Days of Future Past, and I don't understand the logic in that. Like I said, I think he's a great director when it comes to mysteries or, something in the crime drama, but comic books, get him out. He's not doing a good job. Now, when I was mentioning the Catching Fire writers, one of them was Michael Arden. I mentioned him a couple of weeks ago, and this guy, something that bothers me. J.J. Abrams and Lawrence Kasdan, they're going to be taking over Star Wars Episode 7 duties from Michael Arden, because they dropped him and they brought in these two to write the script for the new Star Wars movie. Now, I'm trying to figure out what the logic was with, bypassing, what was his name again? Lawrence Kasdan. He was responsible for Raiders of the Lost Ark. He co-wrote Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Now, who in the meeting said, hey, let's go with the guy that wrote Toy Story 3 over somebody that actually wrote the best movie out of the whole 6 movies, that were made? What were they thinking? I would just love to have been able to sit in on that meeting and find out, what the logic was behind that. Nothing against Arden, but really, Toy Story 3 and Little Miss Sunshine over the guy that actually helped write Empire Strikes Back? What were you thinking? You should have gone with these guys in the first place. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, like it. If you like the show, subscribe. And until next time, take it easy.